In this video, we'll cover everything you need to know to ace your next job interview in Japan. Section 1. What to expect. Here's what you can expect at a Japanese job interview. Introduce yourself.
自己紹介
An introduction is a crucial part of every job interview in Japan. It should cover basic information about yourself, including your background, previous work experience, and reasons for applying. Practicing your self-introduction in Japanese is important, as it's pretty standard. Aim to keep it concise, typically within 1 to 3 minutes. Cultural fit and personality. Expect questions to gauge your adaptability, teamwork skills, and communication style. They might also ask about your hobbies or social life to assess whether the candidate's interests align with the company culture and team dynamics. Do you drink? No? Better keep that to yourself until after you're hired. In general, you should probably keep negative opinions to yourself. It sounds unfair not to get the job because you're not a One Piece fan, but it can happen. In Japanese corporate culture, respect for hierarchy, humility, and a willingness to learn are also valued traits. Even mentioning your positives from a previous job might come off wrong. I successfully led a team project to completion. Might as well be, I'm bussin', get up and give me your chair. Instead, Japanese people often emphasize the importance of teamwork over individual contributions. They might express gratitude using phrases like,
おかげさまで
which means I succeeded because of you, in response to compliments. Japanese language background. Your Japanese language skills could be tested based on how well you chat during the interview. They might ask how long you've been studying, where you've studied, and how you've been learning, especially if you've just graduated. And while a slip up here or there might not ruin your chances, this is your chance to show off your language skills confidently and accurately, especially using Keigo to demonstrate you understand how you use Japanese in a business setting. Attention to detail. Precision and detail are crucial in Japanese business culture. Interviewers may meticulously scrutinize your resume and cover letter right in front of you. It will get awkward if you don't have an answer for any gaps. And if it feels like it's their first time seeing your resume, that's because it probably is. 3 rounds of interviews. It's common for a company to conduct 3 rounds of interviews so staff members from various departments can assess the applicant's fit, personality, and way of thinking. Moreover, interviews can last over an hour. Japanese companies tend to play it safe and know they're hiring for the long term. An interview that ends early is usually a bad sign in Japan. Section 2. What should I prepare before the interview? So you got the interview and you think you can take it easy until you're in the chair? Not so fast. Here are a few points you should review. Review your Japanese. First, brush up on your Keigo and business Japanese. Using the right Keigo will show you have a good grasp of the language, culture, respect, and professionalism. That said, if you're not confident using Keigo, don't rely on it. Yamasu and desu will usually suffice and look much better than multiple mistakes and second-guessing yourself. At the very least, you should study common Japanese interview questions and how to answer them. How's your bow? Have you ever practiced bowing? You probably don't want to start at the interview. Bowing is an important part of Japanese etiquette and shows respect. A proper bow will showcase your understanding of Japan's hierarchy and social dynamics. Body gestures, in general, might make or break your interview. Maintain good posture with your spine extended and shoulders relaxed. Keep your legs together and palms resting on your lap. Make good eye contact with your interviewer, but not too intense. Basically, just don't be weird. However, it can get tricky. During a typical Japanese interview, your interviewer might not make much eye contact because they're trying to avoid elevating you to a position of authority. Just try to read the room. It's probably okay if you're unfamiliar with every aspect of Japanese business etiquette. Trying too hard to follow it might make you seem meek instead of culturally sensitive. Prepare questions. Dig into the company's culture, recent wins, and what's happening in the industry. This shows you're genuinely interested in the job and helps determine if the company is a good fit for you. For instance, if they're boasting about working until the last train home, you might want to think twice about whether that's the work-life balance you're after. Likewise, come prepared with questions for them. Ask about the qualities and responsibilities of a successful candidate, the team structure, a typical day for someone in your position, or what they enjoy most about working for the company. These questions will give you valuable insights and help you better understand what you're getting into. You should avoid questions about pay or time off this early, but you could ask about overtime if they feel a little bit sketchy. If they have a straightforward answer, That's a good sign. What to wear? Let's discuss what you should and shouldn't wear. For men, first off, messy hair or a scruffy beard? You might as well be a time-traveling caveman in a suit. Clean hair and a clean shave are your best friends here. Keep it sharp. An ironed white shirt paired with a sleek necktie topped off with an ironed navy, dark grey or black suit, as well as clean, appropriate shoes. Complete the look with a briefcase-type business bag, not your Adidas backpack, and you're ready to make a killer first impression. For the ladies, opt for a more natural makeup look and keep those locks tied back neatly. While a pop of color can be fun, it's best to save it for your accessories. Think small, understated bags and neutral colored jackets, skirts, or pants in navy, dark gray, or black. Ditch the sneakers, sandals, and super high heels for sleek, dark shoes in shades like dark brown or black. And for that final touch of elegance, take a chic, dark-colored business bag. And as an extra tip, your suit should be black if you are a fresh graduate. Section 3. How to navigate a Japanese interview. Navigating a Japanese interview is not always easy. Let's break it down. Punctuality is important, but too early is weird. Don't you have stuff going on? No? That's kind of sad. Anyway, arrive 5 to 10 minutes before your scheduled time. If you encounter train delays, inform the company immediately and get a train delay certificate as proof. The interview begins the moment you step into the reception area. Silence your phone, introduce yourself to the receptionist, and wait to be called. When it's time to enter the interview room, knock lightly on the door 3 times and wait for the response, like dozo. Politely announce your entry with shitsurei shimasu and gently open the door. Don't forget to bow respectfully upon entering and gently close the door behind you. Stand beside the chair opposite the interviewer and introduce yourself in Japanese, stating last name, first name,
と申します。
followed by
本日はよろしくお願いします。
remember to wait for the interviewer's gesture to sit, usually accompanied by
お座りください。
once invited, take your seat, ensuring your bag and belongings are neatly arranged to one side. When the interview wraps up, it's important to express gratitude. While still seated, say,
本日はお忙しい中お時間をいただき誠にありがとうございました。
then give a respectful bow. Next, stand up and position yourself beside the chair. Say shitsurei shimasu and bow once more. Before leaving, face the interviewer. Say shitsurei shimasu yet again and exit the room quietly, closing the door behind you. Did you get all that? Before you start nervously rehearsing your door knocking and entry routine 100 times, just relax and be confident. You don't have to nail every cultural norm right away. You're not expected to know everything, but it wouldn't hurt if you did. Section 4. Common Japanese interview questions. Here are a few questions you'll likely get in a Japanese job interview. What kind of skills do you have?
あなたはどのようなスキルをお持ちですか？
Why? They want to know what you bring regarding skills and abilities. Answer. Now is the time to boast about your talents, certifications, or awards highlighting your capabilities. Talk about past projects or experiences demonstrating your skills, but also express gratitude to your colleagues who helped. It's all about showing how you can help the company achieve its goals. How long do you plan on staying in Japan?
どのぐらい日本に住む予定ですか？
Why? They're assessing your commitment to the company. Japanese companies tend to prefer long-term employees, and hiring foreigners takes a lot of trust. Answer. Be honest, but assure them of your commitment. A solid reason for staying long-term is key. Emphasize your desire for professional growth and your enthusiasm for Japanese culture, or explain how you see yourself as an integral part of the company's future. What's your reason for changing jobs?
転職をされる理由は何ですか？
Why? They want credible reasons for job changes, as frequent changes raise concerns. It's a bit of a catch-22 situation. While Japanese companies highly value loyalty, they also expect potential hires to demonstrate their willingness to join if deemed valuable. Answer. Be honest without being negative. Focus on the positives like seeking personal growth, professional development, or new challenges. For example, mention your desire to expand your skill set, take on more responsibilities, or explore new opportunities for advancement. Please tell us about a time you struggled at work.
失敗した経験について教えてください。
Why? This question gauges how you deal with workplace challenges And if you're a team player, answer. Share a brief story about the situation, your goals, what you did, and what you learned from it. Avoid criticizing your previous manager or boasting about your actions. Instead, focus on how you collaborated with your team to resolve the issue. What is your desired yearly income?
希望年収はどのぐらいでしょうか？
Why? They want to gauge your salary expectations and whether they can afford you. Answer. It's usually best to hold off answering this early. Instead, you would prefer to discuss compensation as part of a job offer should you be selected. If they insist, aim for a salary range within the job listing. Justify your desired income by highlighting any new qualifications or skills you've acquired. Section 5. What types of interviews are common in Japan? In Japan, job interviews typically come in 3 common formats: group discussions, group interviews, and individual interviews. Let's break down each type. Group discussions. In this format, applicants engage in small group discussions. Interviewers assess how candidates perform collaboratively, evaluating communication skills and teamwork abilities. Group interviews. Particularly common for fresh graduates and English teachers for children. Expect a brief time frame to respond to questions as interviewers compare candidates' responses and interactions to identify standout candidates. It's important not to look shy or intimidated. Individual interviews. Your standard interview. In Japan, individual interviews follow a format you might recognize, with questions that determine whether you fit the job. However, certain nuances set Japanese interviews aside from Western routines, like asking about your background, hobbies, and social life to assess cultural fit and compatibility with the team. And now you're ready to ace your next Japanese job interview. We hope you found these tips helpful and feel more confident.